Good morning. Happy Thursday to everyone. Get my glasses on so I can read and see you guys. Hey guys, what's up? Happy Thursday. Okay. We up in here. Let's scroll up so we can speak to everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all Thursday? Happy Friday Eve. Okay, because that's exactly what this is. Happy Friday Eve to everybody. Let's get into our show. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. Hopefully you got your coffee and or tea and getting or got where you need to be this morning. Hopefully you guys are feeling blessed and not stressed this morning. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Miss Denise Lathers, good morning. She's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Come on up in here, Louisiana. Hey, all right, Lisa Bell is here. Says, good morning. I'm early and ready for you. I'm here, girl. I'm here. Okay. Angela Cuff, good morning, ma'am. Cassandra D is here. Lorraine Tyler is here. My top flight, My Rose Armstead is in the building. Big Steak is here. Good morning. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning, Lori Eden. Good morning, Henry Lee. Good morning, Delilah T. Arthur the Johnson. Good morning. Wanda Cockshell, good morning. Denise Slay, good morning. Let's keep going, honey. Bertie Tulu Taylor, good morning. Good morning, Jamelia. Good morning, Erica Rogers. Diana Joseph, good morning. Marion's Favorites, good morning. She said, happy Thursday, everyone. Good morning. Yvette McCovery, good morning. Good morning. Simple Mom Family TV. She is a content creator. You guys check her out. All right. She said, good morning, Rail. Good morning. Anthom, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody coming in. Living with Purpose. I see you. Living with Purpose. Good morning. All right. And everybody coming in. Everyone coming in. As you guys can see, I did kind of tap in a little early. I had my show set for a certain time, but I have to get done what I have to get done before I go live. So I finished up a little early. So I am here. Shirley Terry, I see you. Andrea Wiggins, good morning. Darnett Garner is here. Good morning. Say good morning, beautiful. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. All right. And everybody in the building, you guys are still coming in. Thanks for coming in. Please don't forget to tap on my like button. Okay. Greatness Love. I see you there. Thank you for coming in. Greatness Love. Sheila Rumpf is here. Good morning, Sheila Rumpf. Good morning. And everybody. Everything said in the video is alleged. And in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. We have a great show for you guys this morning. I hope you guys enjoy all the topics. Feel free to comment in the chat. Let's keep it respectful. Let's do not call any content creators names. If you are talking about a topic, let's try to keep the topics surrounded by the topics that we're discussing in the or on the show. Okay. Let's keep it at that. Let's not bring any outside gossip into the chat so that we can refrain from any arguments or cutting up in the chat. Okay, let's keep it there because I want everybody to have a good time, enjoy the show because we got some great topics to talk about. Okay, let's be respectful. Let's also pay attention to the direction of the mods because they're here for a reason. Okay, if they ask you guys to do something, it's not like they're trying to be bossy or they're just they're going at the direction that I'm asking them to go. So they're looking out for my chat while I'm trying to do a show. So you guys, please, let's respect that accordingly. Okay. And let's just have a good time. So let's get into it. Politics we do first, as you guys may know. We don't have a lot of that. So we're going to knock that out and then we're going to get into the mess. All right. Let's get into it. First topic. All right. Sylvia Blow, I see you. Good morning. Joanne Davis. No. Mangalu. Did I say that right? Manganlu. I hope I said that right. Please don't be upset if I mess your name up, y'all. I'll be trying, okay? I'll be trying. All right, so this might be some good news because this is something that everyone's been asking about. It sounds like, and shout out to Michael Bazin for announcing it. They're saying that good news to start the day. Says that we know some Democrats are caught up in the mess, but we don't care. Now, what they're saying here is that the Democrats secure enough votes, you guys, to release the Epstein files, the same files that Trump said did not exist, the same files that they were saying, oh, what files? Okay, those files. Okay, so there was a vote, it sounds like, and the Democrats were able to secure enough votes in order to release the Epstein files. Is that good news? I don't know what's in them damn files. If they're trying to cover it up like this, it has to be something in these damn files that just must be so juicy that, oh my God, okay, I need to know what's in these damn files. So shout out to the Democrats for stepping up and getting that good vote in and overturning the Republicans on this situation so we can see what's in these damn Epstein files, okay? Hallelujah, right? So shout out to Michael Baza for that update. Moving along, honey. I know Trump is mad as hell about that. Because this nigga tried to say, ain't no damn files. Boy, why they voting on them then? Okay. Get into that. That's 2 losses for you, Trump. All right. You try to get Jimmy Kimmel up out of there. Now you're trying to sue ABC. And they're like, fuck out of here. Okay. So you lost the situation with the Jimmy Kimmel situation because he's back. And I know you mad as fuck about that. And now those Epstein files are getting ready to be released when you try to say they won't know Epstein files. So hallelujah on that. Okay. Yes. How you like them apples, sir? I love it. Okay, Trump administration asks hundreds of DOGE fired federal employees to return to work after staff shortages. Okay. Why y'all want them to come back? Like, don't be sending people home and they trying to figure out other ways. They probably got other jobs and everything. You know, people, when you lose your job, the first thing you're going to start doing is looking for a fucking job. So it's not like people are sitting home waiting for you to call them back. But now they're asking for the federal employees that they fired to return back to work. The Trump administration is reaching out to hundreds of federal employees who were laid off by the Department of Government Efficiency, which is called DOGE, offering them the chance to return to their jobs. Now, according to an internal memo obtained by the Associated Press, the General Services Administration, which is the GSA, has been struggling with major staff shortages after the cuts, is now urging former employees to come back. Now, workers have been told that they must make their decisions by the end of this week, with reinstatement offers closing on October the 6th. That's right around the corner, okay? I don't care about October the 6th. I care about October the 3rd, which is when R. Kelly's, not R. Kelly, but when Diddy's ass is going to be sentenced, okay? That's what I'm going to get up real early for that morning, child. I got to get up real early so I can be here with it and pray that the good Lord let his ass sit for a good long time, okay? So, so if you guys are being affected by this, if this applies to you, October the 6th is your deadline to let these people know that you're coming back to work. Okay, if you're gonna be reinstated or not. So there you go on that. Shout out to being blacklisted on it. Shout out to it. Shout out to it. All right, so okay. Now, you guys know also on my channel, I like to do awareness. I like to keep you guys in the know in terms of things that are going on. If you guys travel a lot, this may apply to you. All right. As you guys know, scammers are everywhere. That's something that we cannot do anything about. I mean, of course, they do have surveillance very heavily at this place, of course, the airport. I'm going to show you guys a video so that we can be in the know and aware in terms of the new scam that's going on now at your local airports. All right, let's get into it. And we're going to talk about it. Let's go.
If you go around the airport, you can find baggage tags just about everywhere. We're talking about these tags looped around the handles of our luggage, which travelers often tear off and just discard. But these tags have a lot of information embedded, and scammers are going after them.
They just take this off your luggage. They have your name. It's got a barcode, which is what I'm actually really worried about. But the name is all they need, the flight information, to make a false claim.
Travel expert Clint Henderson is referring to Delta Airlines because of a recent Reddit post from a user who says he or she is a baggage claims manager at Delta, and that they're seeing an influx of false claims. The user says the scam leaves a traveler unaware, so that if they end up having to file a claim for a legitimate loss, they may run into problems. Thousands have replied to that post. Travelers respond with shock, ready to start guarding their baggage tags.
That's terrible.
I'm shocked, but also not, because technology allows us to access all kinds of information these days.
Do you have a practice regarding either this or boarding passes?
Usually for that, I'll cut up, but I didn't know about this, so I guess I'll start that now.
Travel experts say we should be treating these tags on our luggage as if they are bank statements, and not to throw them out at the airport or even at the hotel. They say bring it home and shred it. And they say it's not just these tags that they are worried about, but also boarding passes.
What I'm really worried about is someone taking the information that's on that barcode right there and being able to steal your personal information, frequent flyer number, your contact details, your address. They'll get you any way they can. So treat these documents as if they're money.
So be sure to shred those boarding passes and those luggage tags far from the airport to make sure the only surprises after your flight are the good ones from your trip. At LaGuardia Airport, Arthur Chian, Fox News. If you go
Y'all see that? That's a real thing. Scammers now stealing money with luggage tags at U.S. airports. So if you guys fly frequently, or if you guys fly at all, definitely be careful with that. I see someone put in the comments here, says to take a picture of yourself with the bag and or tag and save them on your phone at check-in. That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea. That way you'll be able to prove that, you know, really is your bag and your tag in the event that you have to file something. So if you run into a situation where you have to file some type of claim with your bag, if a person steals your tag, then it will make it difficult because they've already gone ahead of you and used the barcode on there in order to file a fraudulent claim. Okay, so you may run into some issues with that, but the good news is if you take a picture of your bag and or tag, then you'll be able to show, hey, this is my bag and tag. I have it right here. Of course, you know, a picture does keep the timestamp and all of the things whenever you take a picture of said whatever. Okay, so make sure that you're doing your due diligence on that so that you will be protected when you fly, because scammers are everywhere, honey. And the airport is no exception to the rule. Okay, so be careful. They said that's very dangerous. Your name, everything is attached to that tag. Okay, so be careful when you're traveling. All right, that's just some awareness. Let's move along. All right, so for those of you that shop at Burlington Coat Factory, this is something else that's going on. It says neighbors, apparently Burlington is rolling out some new security measures. Said that they're probably tired of their stuff getting taken out. As you guys know, as the holidays approach, theft is definitely on high alert, and people are taking different measures in terms of making sure that people are not coming into their stores and stealing things. But sometimes it could come off as being what's the word I'm looking for? Where people are following you around the store, where they're trying to say that you're stealing something when you're not. Okay, when you're being profiled, so to speak. All right, that's what I was really wanting to say. It could come off as you being profiled when you're going into these stores to try to shop. So definitely be on alert as that is related as well. Let's go ahead and show you guys this. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk as well. So now it's showing that whenever you go into Burlington Coat Factory, they have this new system now where they take your picture. As you guys can see here on this monitor, this young man is coming into the store. Before he enters, there's like a little gate that's stopping you before you can enter into the store. Up on this monitor here, they take a picture of you just in case you decide you want to steal some shit. You're already in their system and on their cameras. Okay, do you guys agree? Oh, you can't see shit. Here we go. Pardon me. We can show it over, honey. We can show it over. All right. Players fuck up too. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. Let's show you guys. Because you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So here we go. Just like we never messed up. All right. So Burlington Coat Factory has a new system. When you come into their stores, there is like a little gate right here where my mouse is moving that will stop you from entering, because here is a monitor where you have to look at this monitor, which I'm guessing is a picture. They take your picture before you come into their store. It kind of gives profiling to me. But with the rise of theft in these stores, this is a system that they've come up with, Burlington Coat Factory, where they take your picture just in case you decide to steal some shit. All right, they have your picture, you're in their system. Let's go ahead and play it so you guys can now see it.
Okay. Let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this shit. Oh wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here. Just and let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this shit. Oh wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here. Just and let them.
So you see, as you walk in, there's a gate here that's closed where you cannot enter the store until you stop and your picture is taken on this monitor here. Once they take your picture, this gate opens and then you're able to walk into the store and do your shopping. Do you guys feel like that is a form of profiling? Do you guys feel like that is a form of privacy breach a little bit? Do you guys feel like you would not want to stand somewhere and take a picture prior to going into the store because they automatically assume that you're going to steal when that's really not your purpose of going into their stores? With a lot, do you guys just feel like that's just their form of safety measure? Put into the chat what y'all think. Would you guys feel comfortable if you went into a store and this was their process before you can come into their stores to shop, whether it's Target, Burlington, Walmart, you name it, okay? Would you guys feel comfortable if you went into a store and had to go through these measures in order to come into their stores and shop? Or will this now push people to buy more so online? I prefer online. I don't like to be in line. I ain't gonna hold you. I prefer to shop online. I mean, I'm always having boxes coming to my house from shit that I'm ordering because I really prefer to shop online. I don't like being in line. I don't like dealing with people with attitudes unless I absolutely have to, okay? But it may push people to not even want to come into the stores, to just shop online, to not deal with this type of bullshit. Put a check. Put a 1. Put a 1 if this is something that you feel is definitely needed with the rise of theft. Put a 2 if this is a hell no for you. Okay. Somebody said, Yvette McCurry says, I shop online. Cassandra D says, you do Amazon. Amazon is like my friend. I love Amazon. I'm always on Amazon. I love it. TikTok shop. I'm doing that shit too. I buy a lot of shit off Amazon and TikTok shop. Okay. Yes. My card is very well acquainted with TikTok shop and Amazon and other places as well. I shop online. Walmart too. I buy shit off Walmart and bring it right to my damn door. I really like to shop online. And I don't like the hustle and bustle, especially around Christmas time, which I do shop before Christmas. So by the time Christmas is here, I'm done. I'm not in the hustle and bustle. Oh my God, I got one more gift to go. Nah, I'm not going into the stores to deal with that bullshit with people in there in the long ass lines. It irritates me. Okay. I see a lot of 1s and 2s. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I see how you guys feel about it. That's what's up. Since I like online too, I don't like picked over. Same. Sunny days, same. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's the bougie side of me, but that shit irritates me to no end. All right. Period. So we got it. I got it. I see how you guys feel, but we'll play it one more time for the people in the bike. What y'all think about that?
Take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this shit. Oh, wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here. Just let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this shit. Oh, wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here.
Okay, so y'all see that? That's what we're coming to, child. That's what it's coming to, because people are stealing so damn much. So, child. All right, so let's get to the next topic. All right, so a woman traveling. Let's go ahead and share so we don't forget, because y'all know, honey, I get to talking. Child. My hand don't work over here. Ooh, child. Lord. Okay. Now I'm a tongue down, babe, and take the picture. I can't wait. Say that you are doing a lot, girl. Okay. So DMV woman opens up about being kidnapped from a hotel in Africa, girl. It says she goes on to say that the hotel staff did nothing to assist and would not show footage from security cameras. Now, we just talked about yesterday in Car Chronicles in Dubai, where women, was it yesterday or maybe the day before, where women are being trafficked, and Black women, to be exact, African-American women are being trafficked and mistreated. And when they go to the police or they ask for assistance in these other countries, they look at us like, we don't want no parts of that. Like, deal with that shit. We are busy. They don't want to deal with this. So this woman here from DMV says a DMV woman opens up about being kidnapped from a hotel in Africa and says that the hotel staff did nothing to assist and would not show footage from security cameras. Why is it that women are not being protected in other countries? Black women, to be exact. What is going on? Now it's making me not want to travel abroad, because this is some bullshit. Like, people can just up and snatch you up. Mexico is known for people getting, kidnapped as well and held for ransom and or maybe unalived. That's why they tell you, if you're traveling, a lot of these places, if you're staying on resorts, which is what I love to do when I travel, I love a good resort. Okay, stay on the resort. It's when you start branching out, and that's when shit happens. Okay, so definitely be careful for those of you that love to travel abroad, especially if you are a Black African-American woman, because they don't protect us over there in these other countries. Let's get into what she had to say.
Y'all look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know where my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. God, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, that shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I could think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit. But this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, I finally was able to wave somebody down and get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So, okay, y'all, I'm in the airport. So I'm going to keep talking about it, though, before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running there. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep up with me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking took me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit. Like, I was fighting for my life. Woody. She like, you just was you was in distraught. Like, you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, she got on, so she asked in the hotel, y'all, the hotel would not show us no videos. They was not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a fuck. That's how I know the hotel has something to do with it. Because.
So she's saying she was kidnapped, okay? The hotel did not do anything to help. They would not show any surveillance videos in order to assist her in finding out what happened to her. She's saying she felt she was snatched. She was at the hotel front desk, and she don't remember anything after that. Fast forward, she woke up in the back of somebody's car. This man being very aggressive towards her, where he was also punching her. As you guys can see her face, she has some bruises. Her eye is black. Her face right here looks like he was being very aggressive. Maybe she said he put his hands over her mouth, trying to make her hush. She was fighting for her life. Now, my question is, did you travel to Africa alone? I would not go outside the country or anywhere on vacation by myself, okay? You have no good girlfriends, no good Judys that you could have brought with you just for security purposes, just in case some shit like this happens so that someone can help fight with you or for you. This is crazy. So let's go ahead and read. A woman by the name of Mika shared her heart-wrenching story with her TikTok on Instagram and Instagram followers, said that she says that she was on a trip in Tunisia, staying at the penthouse suites when things turned left. Said that Mika says that when she arrived with her friend, who is this friend and where's this friend, Queen, on Friday, says on Saturday the pair went out to a club, but Mika decided to end the night early and head back to their hotel. Said that she recalls getting a replacement room key from the front desk, going up to her room when returning to the lobby again for toilet paper before things went black. She goes on to say that Mika says that the next thing that she remembered was waking up in a car and physically fighting a man for her survival. Now, despite feeling the side effects of potentially being drugged, said that she ran through the wooded area until she found cars and a taxi returned her to the hotel. Distraught, she told her friend what happened and attempted to get security footage from the hotel, but they refused. Now, in fact, it said that they insisted that she had been snatched from the club and not the hotel, despite her her purse and phone being in her room. Wow. Weird. Says that Mika believed that the hotel played a part in her abduction and says that they instantly became cold to her and her friend when they tried to talk over the details. Goes on to say that she says that management never even checked on her after she went back to her room, and the police were only called by the staff because they claimed her friend was being disruptive. Wow. It says, thankfully, Mika and her friend are now back in the States, but she is seeking legal action. Child, sometimes it would not surprise me if someone in the hotel staff may have had something to do with her abduction, because sometimes they do work together. Like a lot of these hotels work together with a lot of these high-end cars being stolen, okay, and taken to some of these chop shops. We talked about this before, and they act like they're in on trying to help you find your shit when really they're helping cover up with the person who actually stole your shit. So you have to watch out when you're going to these places and these hotels. Definitely make sure maybe some safety measures you can take is cutting your phone on record whenever you go downstairs to some or go to some of these resorts and or hotels outside of the country. Record, put your phone on record so you can hear voices, you can see faces. All right, these things are in your phone. Make sure that you are aware, looking around, noticing your surroundings when you're around. Look at people who are just standing back that maybe look suspicious. Maybe get them on your camera. Listen, when I'm out and about, I pay attention to everything. So it's very hard for you to walk up on me and I don't see that shit, because baby, people are nuts. People are crazy. But guess what? So the fuck am I if you come up on me. So you have to make sure that you are doing your due diligence to be safe when you're out and about. I don't have a desire right now to go outside the country. I feel like there's plenty of places within the US that I've not been yet. So maybe let me check up on that first. And women, if you're traveling, make sure you go with someone so that you can have some reinforcements when you're out and about, because people are crazy. They do seek to snatch people up for purposes of trafficking. People will put things in your drink. If you're, pay attention to some of these places, resorts, and say, hey, when you get there, hi, you get a complimentary drink. Pay attention to that shit, because what's in your drink? Did you see them make said drink? These are things you have to pay attention to. Did you see these people make this drink? They come out here with this damn tray with all these drinks on it. What's to say that you didn't get roofied or something? They slip something in your damn drink and you go up in there. As soon as you get up in your room real good, you on this shit here. And then somebody come up in your room with a key and do something. I just think about all these things. So be careful, okay? Be careful when you're traveling, especially outside of the U.S. and abroad, okay? Yes, make sure you do that. Air tags, I see you guys putting it in there. Y'all can put other safety measures, okay, in terms of what you guys do when you travel, all right? Yeah. All right. When you get to these places, too, is good, because sometimes, when you're traveling, especially going through the airport, going through TSA and all of that, obviously you can't take a weapon. When you get to said locations, go to some of these stores or whatever and get you some mace while you're there. Keep it on you, okay? They have some of this stuff now. Watch out for some other stuff I was seeing. And this was on the news before, where these people walk up to you and ask you, do you want to buy said perfume, like off the streets? A lot of times it's something that they have to where they spray. They'll say, hey, smell this. They're trying to sell, like they're trying to sell you perfume, but really it's something that makes you discombobulated or make you pass out. And then they'll snatch you up and put you in like a van or car for purposes of doing whatever they choose to do to you. So be careful with that. I don't let people walk up on me if they're trying to sell stuff off the street. I'm like, no, I prefer to buy whatever I'm going to buy in the store. I don't want to buy it from you. If your shit break down or it gets broken, I don't have a receipt where I can go and get, my money back or exchange it. So no, and nothing against nobody trying to get their hustle on, nothing against that. Cause I know everybody's trying to make a little coin or whatever. I applaud you for that. But let me buy my shit out the store. Don't walk up on me asking me, do I want to purchase something? Can I look at something? Don't put no flyer on my car. I don't want none of that shit. Because I don't know you. I don't know your purpose, your intent. I don't know that. So yeah. And that go for any woman. Be safe out there, because everybody has a motive. All right. Yeah. Nobody getting hurt, baby. Don't walk up on me. Don't do that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. Let's move along though. Be safe out there. All right. So shout out to Kandi and her mean ass mama Joyce up over there and her daughter Riley, because they got a nice little cover for People magazine. Okay, I love to see our Black people out here doing it and doing it well. So I said we love to see it. Kandi, Mama Joyce, and Riley got featured in People magazine's Generation issue. Okay, they look nice. So Mama Joyce got on her nice party all the time wig, honey. My girl likes to party all the time. That's what it's giving, girl. Rick James party all the time. All right, there's a little bit too many curls right there in the front for me. But shout out to them. All right, Riley looking nice and grown up. Okay, I like this color on Kandi or whatever. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling it. So yeah, let's get into the pictures, if you will. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. All right. Y'all feeling this wig? This wig is not giving me what it needs to give me. Okay, it's not. Mama Joyce, I ain't feeling it. No, ma'am. All right. Let's go. It's giving Roberta Flack. What Roberta Flack doing in these pictures over here with Kandi? Then I had to remember she ain't here no more. But it's giving Roberta Flack wig, girl. Okay. Shout out to Kandi with the thigh all out and whatever. Okay. I feel like she could have done some different shoes with that. Okay. Yeah. Cute shoes on Riley. Okay. I don't know what these brown get-ups is with Mama Joyce up here, but go ahead, girl. Go off. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, they serving face. Yes, okay, it's nice. We'll take it. We'll take it. Mm-hmm. Okay, with the high pour, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like Kandi in the green. That's cute. All right. I don't know about this jacket right here, but I guess. I guess. I don't know. And y'all know this is an older picture that they took, I think, on the show when they had the photo shoot when Kandi was dating that other guy that passed away. Okay, y'all remember? I can't even remember his name anymore. But that, of course, because Riley was a little girl. So that's a cute picture of them. Mama Joyce makeup was giving, okay? Natural look here. That's when Kandi had the short hair. So that was cute, right? All right. We like a little melanin. We like it. We like it. We like it. So they said, where's Blaze? Love her. Yeah, I think this is probably just like a little, picture with the girls here. All right. But we'll take it. Shout out to Kandi and them. Let's do a little sweep back with the pictures. Cute, cute, cutesy. Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll take it, child. We will take it. We will take it, child. Yeah, I like it. The only thing I don't like is that damn wig Mama Joyce got on, but go off, child. Moving right along. All right, let's get into some love and hip hop Atlanta news. All right, Yandy, child. Yandy took some time to go live and said that she is going through a lot of stress. Now, could it be all the cheating that her man Mendices is doing? Because she's starting to get some blood clots up in her eye. Okay. Yeah, I said, girl, you might want to just go ahead and drop Mendices because this is not giving no more. When a nigga is stressing you out like that, where you got blood clots in your eye and blood vessels busting up in your eye, baby, it's time to get rid of him. Because ain't no damn way. It's giving you ain't getting enough sleep at night because you up trying to find out where your man at. So you might want to drop him, girl, so you can get these blood clots about your eyes. Let's get it to Yandy. And shout out to Live Bites. Let's share. Okay, yeah, let's do that, though. Let's share, honey. Get them blood clots about your eyes so you can sleep over there. Because, girl, it's giving Mendices stressing you the hell out. No, ma'am. All right, let's go.
I woke up today and I had this going on with my eye. What is that? Is it stress? Is it not sleeping? Is it a fungus? Is it? I slept in a hotel last night. I'm in Boston, and what happened? Like, how did this happen to me? I didn't get hit. Nothing. I just woke up like this. Does anybody know what this means or why this is? Why is this happening? All right, I'm gonna put this eye drop, and hopefully it gets rid of it. But I don't know. Yes, baby.
Yeah, record would be better though. It's going on.
All right. So we're gonna see if I have a question, you guys.
It look like Mendices done backhand you in the hotel or something over there. Y'all got to argue. You can tell me, girl. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Tell me, girl. All right. Let me know, girl. Let me know. I'm gonna call 911 for you, girl.
It's a blood clot.
Look at her eye. You got hit in the eye. Oof.
All right. How does that happen? It happened. I heard it. My mom used to say it happens from stress because she used to get it. Yeah. Who's stressing me out?
Yeah.
You stressing me out?
Girl, it's Mendices. Stop asking them. You know it's Mendices.
Oh, Carly. No, I'm serious.
It's Spice stressing you out.
Yeah, she stressed me out too. Y'all both stressing me out. Selma, you not free either. You've been giving me some stress. You stressed me out last night. Yeah.
I need all this damn advice from Yandy. It's like
It's stressing me out. You zapping me. You zapping me.
Child.
send it to you when what?
How do I get rid of it?
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it.
How long does it take? Does it like take days?
Girl, get rid of
I'm about to
it.
A week.
A week is crazy.
I gotta look like this for a whole week.
All right, let me plug this in.
It's stressing me out, y'all.
I got a lot of work to do. It's hard.
I know it's stressing me out.
It's good though. It's good.
I'm gonna tag them below. It's a blood clot, right? How does that happen?
Tell Mendices go ahead and move out, and girl, your eye clear right up. Okay, it's you got Mendicisitis. Okay, Mendicitis. That's what you got, girl. All right, once you get rid of him, your eye clear up, girl. It's Mendices. I promise you, it's him. So let's get into this funny little read down that I ran across, honey, because I need a good little laugh, a little kiki, a little ha-ha. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this because I promise y'all get ready to laugh. This is funny, baby. I saw this and I said, oh my God. If you ever get read down like this, baby, you know you were read. This shit here had me rolling. So I got to share it with you guys because I know if it made me laugh, I know y'all about to laugh. Okay, let's get into it, honey, because this woman here, baby, she read somebody's ass down, baby. Let's get into it.
What I said, both of your genders stink, you corroded booty hole, baggy-eyed bastard, you. You heard what the fuck I said. You can't argue with me, bitch. Talking about I'm on you. The only thing on you is them fucking flies and fungus, you funky motherfucker. Don't talk to me like that, you filthy, funky, stinky motherfucker, you. How the fuck your feet stink with Crocs on? It's air going in, bitch. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you, you funky, handsome, pretty bitch. You funky, you confused sexuality, you X-quiet chromosome having bitch. Fuck you. You smell corroded. Like I said, you smell like dirty pennies, bitch. Fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck. You look like him and her. You're a they. You're a them. You a group of motherfuckers. You ugly, stinky, funky motherfucker, you.
Yo.
I said what I said. Both of your genders stink, you corroded booty hole, baggy-eyed bastard, you. You heard what the fuck I said. You can't argue with me, bitch. Talking about I'm on you. The only thing on you is them fucking flies and fungus, you funky motherfucker. Don't talk to me like that, you filthy, funky, stinky motherfucker, you. How the fuck your feet stink with Crocs on? It's air going in, bitch. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you, you funky, handsome, pretty bitch. You funky, you confused sexuality, you X-quiet chromosome having bitch. Fuck you. You smell corroded. Like I said, you smell like dirty pennies, bitch. Fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck. You look like him and her. You're a they. You're a them. You a group of motherfuckers. You ugly, stinky, funky motherfucker, you.
Who else you talking to, baby? Just go home and lay on your couch, okay, and just cry it out, baby. That's all you can do after that, because baby, she read your ass down to smithereens, okay? That was funny to me. I don't care what nobody got to say. Your feet stink and you got on Crocs and there's holes in your shoes. Like, it's air coming in there, girl. Damn. That was a good read down. I'm sorry. I needed that in my life this morning. All right, let's move on. I had to share that with y'all, though. So, yeah, she cussed real good. Oh, she got a good little mouth on her. Okay. I love older people that can cuss down, baby. Listen, that's probably going to be me when I get old. Oh, my God. All right, let's get to some Chrisean Rock news, honey, because she is out here doing everything except being a mother to her child, per usual. Let's get into her, because she done found herself into some trouble, girl. All right, she is in trouble because she was over there at the MGM Grand Hotel with her new boyfriend and his name is Hood Trophy. All right, Hood Trophy Bino, and they are fined for trashing a Vegas hotel room. Okay, girl. See, you should have been home with your baby. Now you out here in trouble. They said exclusive news, according to TMZ TV. They said that Chrisean and her rapper boyfriend, Hood Trophy Bino, partied too hard during their recent stay in a Vegas hotel that cops had to be called, but it was their room that was left in a civil unrest. So she had to pay a huge fine for trashing her hotel. Let's look at it, child. Let's look at it. Look at it. Just left all types of shit out there. Shit all over the floor. Some dirty drawers over there. Girl, that's gonna cost you about $1,000 right there for them to pick them things up. Oh, girl, you must have ate a good little bean burrito. Look at the streaks in them drawers. Oh, Jesus, let's move along, honey. Child, okay. What is this? So however, things got even more tense when Las Vegas police conducted a child welfare check after the rowdy pair had gone live on IG and onlookers spotted their kids in the background. So she did have her baby there with all this shit going on. Chrisean, see, CPS need to step in and take your baby. I'm sorry. Said the Metro is currently upstairs in the room with CPS doing a welfare check after they see guests live stream and wanted to check on the 2 kids inside. So who's the other child? Inside the room, in addition, said the room smells like weed per security. Oh my God. Yo, this is not good. So why is your child in a room with weed and all this other shit? Alcohol, weed, all of that in the room. See, you were doing the shit when you were pregnant with the child. The child is here and you still smoking and doing the shit that you're doing. Like, what the hell? It says, as you can see from the exclusive photos, there are several empty Don Julio bottles, clothes, and even an empty canister of Monster MP2, nitrous oxide. What the fuck? And that's in there with a child, which is legally sold at several dispensaries in Vegas. They are, child, y'all in there getting high with the kids up in the room, child. It says that TMZ Hip Hop obtained photos of the hurricane aftermath. The reality TV couple left after staying in the MGM Grand Hotel from September 19th through September 23rd. Yo. Dirty drawers and all that up in there, child. Child, what the hell? So if she had her baby there, so you should have let your baby stay with your sister who was watching your child, and he was well off there. Now your ass about to be getting some charges, and CPS done stepped in. Now they about to probably take your baby. And she probably don't give a damn, because that's gonna really let her be able to run around and party and do all the shit she want to do with this guy who obviously is bad luck for her. Like, at what point do you put your child first? It's not enough that you already left him on the beach unattended at night, okay? Because I did a live on it and I showed you guys, all right? Where literally the waves were getting closer and closer to the baby stroller. So she done parked the baby stroller on the beach right there near the waves that are steady coming in, all right? Then we saw the baby in a smoker's lounge. I think it was a lounge where people are clearly in there smoking. So your baby was in there during that time, all right? And unattended, because we didn't see her, but we saw other people around the baby. I was like, all right, so now we're seeing you guys have the baby in Vegas in this room where obviously all of these drugs and drinking is taking place. In this room, I don't know who the other child is up in there. Maybe it's the guy's child. I'm not sure. But as you guys can see on my screen, CPS did get involved. Security had to come up there because they probably loud and doing the fucking most. Oh my God. My prayers again is for the baby. My prayers is for the baby, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. Chrisean, get your shit together, sis. Child, prayers to the baby. Prayers for the baby. All right. Let's continue on. This is just a lot. I don't like to see when people have children and put them in situations that is definitely beyond their control. If you don't want to be a parent, take your child, let a family member take that child, or take that child to CPS and let them place that child somewhere where that child will be properly taken care of, because this baby has gone through a lot, like since before birth and now after birth. And it's just like everything just continues to decline when it comes to this baby. Chrisean is a sucky ass mama. And I'm saying it right here. Bitch, get your shit together, because children don't ask to be born. And the least you can do is sacrifice. And it's selfish as hell when parents cannot sacrifice for their children. You still drinking, drugging, and all of that around your child. And you allow other people to smoke and all of that around your child. That's not healthy. Poor child. He already has medical issues that just goes far beyond what he should be dealing with as a, 2-year-old? He just turned 2, and this shit is so sad. All right, so continuing on, according to Black Information Network, Dorian Johnson, who was the witness to Michael Brown's unaliving, you guys, because he definitely gave information to the police about what he saw. This person has now been pow-powed and unalived at age 33. Let's get into this, okay? Sometimes when you see things and cooperate with police, it can backfire on you. And I'm feeling like maybe this could have been the issue with this. Let's go ahead and read up on it. According to Black Information Network, Dorian Johnson, the man whose eyewitness account of Michael Brown's 2014 unaliving helped ignite nationwide protests against police brutality, was pow-powed and unalived in Ferguson, Missouri. Okay. This is so sad. Now, on Sunday, September the 7th, Johnson, who was 33, was pow-powed at roughly 8:30 a.m. and was taken to a hospital where he later passed away. Now, the investigation remains active, said Melissa Price Smith, St. Louis County prosecuting attorney. It goes on to say that Johnson was among the witnesses of the fatal police pow-powing of Brown, an 18-year-old Black teen in Ferguson on August the 9th of 2014. Wow. Now, Johnson had been walking with Brown when they were confronted by Ferguson police officers Darren Wilson, who told them to move to the sidewalk before blocking their path with his vehicle. So if you guys want to read up more on that, Black Information Network is where I found it. You guys can go over there and look at it. But Mr. Dorian Johnson, who initially reported and or witnessed Michael Brown's unaliving, has now been unalived himself at age 33. Prayers up for the family and condolences. This is sad, okay? We're losing our Black men and women in droves, all right? Prayers up, prayers up. Be safe out there, you guys. Shaq may be finding himself in the same situation as Shannon Sharp. Let's get into that. I don't know why these men, these especially these ballers, these men with money in Hollywood, I don't know why they don't understand and or learn from the last person's issue. So Shaquille O'Neal has not learned anything from Shannon Sharp's situation. This OnlyFans model who trapped Shannon Sharp and sued his ass for inappropriate behaviors and or SAing her. According to her, she sued Shannon Sharp. They're saying for $50 million that he had to pay her. Of course, she retired from being on OnlyFans, but now she's sitting on Shaq's lap. What the fuck is this? They said that Shaq is going viral after he was seen with OnlyFans model Sophie Rain. Said that she posted on Twitter that she ran into him on her birthday. What the fuck are you doing around Shaq? Shaq, did you not just see what happened to Shannon Sharp? Did you not see the endorsements that he lost and was fired from his job for this bitch right here on my screen? Like, why do they don't learn? Why do they don't learn? Shaq, you got too much money for this. You have too many endorsements for this type of shit. Okay, you are hanging around the same person who brought Shannon Sharp's ass down, okay, in a matter of months for inappropriate behavior. So it's like she's going around making her rounds. So do you have to be in the same position before your ass learn? She wouldn't be able to call me, text me, message me, nothing after what she did to Shannon Sharp. So it said that Shaq is going viral after he was seen with OnlyFans model Sophie Rain after she posted a picture on Twitter saying she ran into him on her birthday. She's sitting on his lap. He's sitting here smiling like it's nothing. But my thing is, after you see the pattern of behavior with this girl, obviously she used that situation with Shannon Sharp to get a nice little money grab. $50 million is a lot of money for some inappropriate sexual behavior. She's into the dominatrix type sexual activities, okay? Very nasty, egregious shit that she was doing with Shannon Sharp. And now she done made her way over here with Shaq. It's given that she recognizes all these ballers. She has an appetite for ballers in the industry, Black men as well. So she's bringing down wealthy Black men by putting herself in situations and in places with them. And you made sure to get a nice little picture. So maybe later on, she can say that Shaq did some inappropriate shit to her and get a nice little bag up off him. Shaq, I'm a little disappointed in you, sir. Okay. Sometimes you got to learn how to read the room. Okay. Sometimes you got to learn how to read the damn room so you don't find yourself in the same situations as other people who was fucking with this girl in the first damn place. All right. Moving right along. Get your shit together, Shaq. All right. Somebody else who need to get their stuff together. We just talked about them yesterday because she was hating on Kandi and Todd's marriage, something that she'll probably ever see a day in her life. Marlo Hampton child is out here with all these old ass men. Let me stop sharing and go back to my main screen because I got to show you guys the pictures first. A hot ass mess. All right. So Marlo Hampton, honey, Marlo Hampton, y'all know she like old wealthy men in Hollywood, okay, or out of Hollywood. She just like old wealthy men with money. The reason why she's staying in her townhome is because of this man right here, Ted Turner. Okay, he's a very well-to-do man. He's about 163 years old. So she dated him, okay, him and his damn worms, and he brought her a really nice upscale townhome. He put her in a nice Rolls Royce, and he paid all her damn bills during the time that they were dating. After they broke up, she, of course, started looking at like ball players, NFL players. She dated a few NFL players. So Marlo liked men with money. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like she kind of puts herself in situations to where she has to do things that she may not want to do with older, unattractive men in order to survive and or have things in life. But then you sit back and you hate on people like Kandi Burrs, who chooses to marry, even if she chooses a man who is not as well off as she is. She doesn't have to put herself in situations to sleep with nasty, corroded, old ass worm carrying men in order to pay her bills like you do, Marlo. So let's get into this new post. Let me show you guys the new man that she's found and is dating now. She like these old white men too. So here she is with her new man. Now I don't know if she's trying to get back on the show, because she's been real vocal here lately. Marlo has. So they're saying that she's dating this guy right here, this wealthy white guy. Yeah, child, he got worms, honey. A whole plethora of worms, girl. Y'all, they say if you lay down with old men, honey, you wake up with worms. You lay in the bed, honey, wake up and look in the bed, girl. Your sheets are full of worms, girl. Okay, because all they doing is skeeting worms every damn where. But let's go ahead and get into Marlo and her worm carrying man, girl. Let's get into this worm carrying man that she got over here. All right, she don't give a hot damn long because he got some money, child. She gonna go up over there and kiss him all in the mouth, child, swallowing worms and every damn thing. Yes, she is, girl. All right. So Marlo Hampton's new mystery man is exposed, you guys, after fans say that he's spoiling her like a queen, honey. Hey, child. There they go, child. Ooh. Girl, he smell like garlic or something, child. He got a nice little mean blouse on too. I don't fool no nigga with a blouse on. Fuck that. All right, it's giving moist vibes for me. A nigga with a blouse might get you aroused, okay? A nigga with a blouse might get you aroused, okay? The pockets got to be right though. I don't know. Okay. Nigga got on a little little patent leather get ups over here too. It's too moist for me, girl. It's too moist. All right, let's continue. Girl. Yeah, he got on a little blouse and whatnot. Let's scroll back up. Y'all see that blouse? Little cheetah print blouse. Marlo, what the hell? I thought they said a glamorous surprise, honey, for Real Housewives of Atlanta fans. Let's get into it, honey. Yeah, y'all remember that, honey? A nigga with a blouse. He might try to get you aroused. All right, so Real Housewives of Atlanta star Marlo Hampton is turning heads, girl, yet again. Said this time not for her sharp reads or fierce fashion, but for stepping out with a brand new man, honey. Marlo's got a man at home. Like Shantae said, girl. Says over the weekend, Marlo lit up social media when she debuted her new mystery beau. Now, sparking an avalanche of fan reactions. Now, according to Bravo Watcher, says that he's not only handsome, where girl, says, but also rich, generous, and spoiling her rotten, girl. Ooh. Girl, we know something else is rotten too, but let's continue. Now, it said that the reveal comes at a time when Marlo has been enjoying her status as a full-time housewife, and fans are thrilled to see her personal life taking center stage. Girl, bye. Now, it said that Marlo first teased her new romance on Instagram, posting a photo of herself draped in designer labels and holding a champagne glass with her man linked to that of a sharply dressed gentleman, child. Now, they said that while she didn't tag him or share his name, the caption said it all. Happiness looks good on me. This is what she's saying. Hashtags blessed and spoiled, girl. And wormed ups too. You got to put worm, girl. Blessed and spoiled and worm, girl. You're supposed to put worm there. All right. Says almost instantly, the comment section exploded with messages from fans and co-stars alike. Now, within hours, blogs and Bravo fan pages were buzzing, dissecting the couple's appearance and speculating about the man's identity. They're like, who the fuck is this moist ass nigga that you stand up here with her? All right. Fans react. I said he's rich and he's spoiling her rotten. Ooh, honey. Now, viewers of Real Housewives of Atlanta know that Marlo Hampton has always loved the finer things in life. And fans wasted no time drawing conclusions about this new romance, child. Who is this man? Who is he, girl? What is his what his money looking like? All right. It says, okay, says that Marlo says that he looks rich and like he knows how to treat a queen. Looks like he knows how to treat a queen, according to fans. Said that she finally found a man who can match her lifestyle. Says he's definitely spoiling her rotten, according to another fan. All right. Another one says that we need him on the show ASAP. Said I need to see this man showering her with gifts. another person's joke. So it's given that maybe this might be publicity for her to make her way back on Real Housewives of Atlanta to have some type of storyline. That's what it's giving. Ain't no way in hell you attracted to that little I don't even have a name for that right now. Shit, let me keep reading, girl. Now on Twitter, the phase Marlo's new man trended in Bravo circles with fans speculating about what lavish gifts that he's already giving her. It says it and how long Bravo cameras captured the moment. She's trying to get back on the show. That's what this shit is. Now, for years, according to Marlo's past romantic past, it says that Marlo's love life has been a topic of speculation among Real Housewives of Atlanta fans. Known for her high standards and glamorous lifestyle, said that she has often hinted at being courted by wealthy men, but has rarely shared details publicly. Said that this latest reveal marks one of the few times that she's openly showcased a relationship, signaling that things might be serious. Pardon the pop-ups, you guys, okay? Girl, bye. It says that Marlo is private when she wants to be, but she's showing him off, and it means that she's proud of him, according to another insider. And judging by the buzz, said the fans are already invested. Now, producers are reportedly thrilled by the timing of Marlo's new romance. It says that while the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is gearing up, her relationship could provide juicy storylines and add another dimension to the Bravo journey. So it might be that she might be making some appearances maybe on next season. Not getting a peach, but she may be making some appearances is what it's giving, so that she could probably make her way back onto the show. That's what it's giving. It said that Marlo has always brought glam and shade, according to a Bravo source, but fans also want to see her personal happiness. They says that this new man could be the perfect addition to her storyline. That's what she's doing. Says that while little is confirmed about Marlo's mystery man, fans believe he's a businessman with deep pockets. Says in fan circulated photos that he appears to enjoy luxury cars, 5-star travel, and high-end fashion, making him a fitting match for Marlo's extravagant lifestyle. The conclusion is that Marlo Hampton's reveal of her new man of Bravo fans buzzing with excitement, with speculation that he's wealthy, generous, and showering her with gifts. The romance already feels like a perfect match for the ever glamorous. Yeah. What y'all think about this? This is all, I feel like this is all for her to get back on the show. That's what I feel like. I feel like she need a few bills paid or whatever. And she over here with this little moist blouse wearing clown. Child, this shit here. Marlo, you gotta be, and he's shorter than you. He gotta do all this shit here. About to get a crank in his neck trying to kiss your tall ass. Okay. The boots are given. I love the boots. Okay, I love a nice boot or whatever. But child, what is this shit here, Marlo? I want to see you with a nice black man. There's some black men out there with some money, some black wealthy men. But you need to get your attitude right, and it don't help the fact that you got a whole bunch of mugshots. So maybe that's why you dating all these white men, because they ain't going and doing their homework and pulling up all these damn mugshots. Because you got about 20 of them with your violent ass out here slicing women faces and shit. But let's move along. That's her and her new man, girl. That's her new man, girl. Okay. Let's get into some Peter Thomas news. You guys know he is currently serving some time in a penitentiary for tax evasion and some other things, fraud and all of that, allegedly. Let's get into that, because Miss Lawrence, who used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, is speaking on Peter Thomas and some plans that he's making per getting out of the jail, or the penitentiary, as I like to call it. All right, so Real Housewives of Atlanta, Peter Thomas, ex-husband of Cynthia Bailey, is set to launch a podcast on September the 30th, and his first guest is set to be Miss Lawrence, rather. Okay, I'm still thinking about Marlo. Let's get into it.
Coming here today, I was having a conversation about you earlier.
Yeah,
I was sitting at a restaurant, and they said that doggone PS, I'm about to go do Peter's podcast. They was like, ain't he supposed to be da da da? I was like, baby, I don't. I said, honey, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, he reached out. I'm gonna go do it. And they said one thing about him, something happened. Then he come back with another restaurant. I said, and it popped. And they're like, damn, didn't he do another restaurant? I said, then that one popped. See, that's it. When you again pay it forward, and you're not selfish with your gift, never and you acknowledge where it comes from, baby. You listen. The fruit and the reward is multiplied over and over and over again.
I put people on all the time. I don't ask for nothing. I just want to teach my community. One of the reasons why I I did Miami Beach is for the fact that black people couldn't cross the bridge until after 1973.
To me coming here today, I was
Yeah.
having a conversation about you earlier.
Yeah.
I was
All right, so y'all hear that? So I guess Peter ain't gonna be thinking about doing no more restaurants when his ass get out. But they're saying that this is like something pre-recorded, has to be, because he is currently serving time in jail right now for tax evasion. But they're saying that he is set to get a podcast once he gets out, and he's trying to start it on September the 30th. Is he getting out early or something? Because that's like in 5 days. I'm hearing he's supposed to be serving like a good 2 years or so. I don't know, girl. Or maybe you're gonna be doing a podcast from jail, because a lot of them are doing some shit like that now. I don't know, because they get a lot of perks and stuff in jail now, child. Tory Lanez can do a whole album in jail. Peter Thomas can do a podcast from there as well, I guess, child. Okay. But that's what it's giving. You guys, are you guys gonna be watching this damn podcast? I shall not. Okay, unless it's something real juicy that I might want to cover. We'll see, girl. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Peter. Moving along, because I don't care no more. All right, moving along. All right, so this person here cannot stay out of the news, cannot stay away from the police, cannot stay from the courts. This damn girl Kelly, this new girl Kelly on Real Housewives of Atlanta, stay in some shit. And here she go again, child. The girls are fighting. Shout out to you, and shout out to Real Housewives of a Housewife for the Peter Thomas news just now. All right, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly Ferrell is sued by ex-employee over unpaid wages and emotional distress. Dear Lord, let's get into it, honey. According to the Girls Are Fighting, Kelly Ferrell, star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, is and owner of Nana's Chicken and Waffles, is being sued by a former employee who claims that she wasn't fully paid and is seeking nearly $19,000 in wages, damages, and emotional distress. Now, Ferrell's team says that the issue was due to a routine payroll error. The fuck kind of error is that? And that payment was offered, but the employee chose to sue instead. Said that they also claim that the lawsuit is being used for publicity as Ferrell films for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, it says that Ferrell denies all allegations and says that she's focused on resolving this matter privately. Well, it's publicly now, so you're going to have to talk about the shit because it has made US Weekly, credit to them. And the Girls Are Fighting has reported it as well. So now it's all over. What, girl? The internet. You got to talk about it. Just last week, you were fighting with your neighbor. The week before that, you went into your neighbor's house uninvited, and you have charges and a TPO for doing said thing. Now, your neighbor done went and popped your ass and put paws upon you. So now you got that shit going on. Your ex-husband is coming after you, suing you, and suing Bravo for some shit that you were doing and some money that you owe him as well. So, Kelly, girl, maybe get out the show this season and get your shit together. How is it an overlook for $19,000 of unpaid wages and damages for your employee? How is who you got working the payroll that ain't paying your people? $19K? Like, that is a plethora of checks that's not giving, girl. That's not overlook, girl. That's I'm not gonna pay you. Have you been hanging out with Peter Thomas? Because that's what he was doing with his employees. Like, bitch, how do you not pay someone $19,000 in wages from a Nana's Chicken and Waffles? How many, girl? Oh, Lord, see? We play with people money. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. You remember that shit from Friday? Girl, that means run my money. Shit. Count my shit out. 19,000, baby. All right, so let's get into this last topic, honey, because I saved this for last, and this is like 45 minutes. We're going to speed it up, honey, because we're going to fly on through this. All right, so Marcelo Scott did an interview, and we got to look at it. Shout out to one of my subbies for sending it, because they want me to cover it. I said, okay, say no more. All right, I told you guys for topics that you guys want me to talk about, cover, whatever, send it to me, to my Caramel show page, and I will take a look at it, and then we will talk about it, because I want to talk about what you guys want to hear, all right here on my show. So let's get into this interview that was sent to me, girl. Y'all know the show is not Real Housewives. Love and Marriage Huntsville is not back on until mid-November. So they're just out here, girl, just doing interviews, just saying any old thing. And Marsau is just looking stupid as he always does. All right. Let's get into this shit. Hold up. I did not mean to pull that up. Jesus. All right, let's get you back up there, girl. I'm up here pulling up Kalani Folded. That's what I was listening to earlier. Hold on. That's my song. So y'all into that? Kalani Folded. And y'all got to get into that Brandy remix, because Brandy came up through that baby and sang down. I was like, ooh, Jesus. All right. Whew. Lord have mercy. All right, so let's get this back up, because I was doing a little bit too much clicking there. All right, let's get into this. The interview was done by Chronology. Okay, Chronology, the podcast. This is like a new podcast because they only have 830 subscribers. So I'm not sure why he even chose to do an interview with this individual that's new. I'm not sure. But let's get into it, shall we? Let's make it big because we love big, don't we? All right, so Chronology, the podcast. The title of this interview, of course, is called "This Is a Man's World," and y'all know that's how Marsau thinks, honey. Everything is a man's world. Now, in this interview, he is alluding to the fact that he don't think that women should make more money than men, okay, and that he also think that women should focus more so on beauty than money, which is probably why y'all asses stay getting sued. This is probably why. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to speed up and close caption this as well so you guys can see what's being said. I'm going to speed this up slightly so that we don't have that lagging because I hate that. All right, I may speed it up a little bit more. We're going to see. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Shout out to Chronology, the podcast, because that's where we're looking at it. So we're going to walk down this interview and let's go. All right, this is Marcelo Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville interviewing with Chronology.
As the crowd goes crazy around the corner. Let me tell you why I say I think I manifested this. Okay, so it may have been 6 or 7 years ago. And I remember meeting Tisha for the very first time. She came into my other office and she came in when you guys had just did the first season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I had not seen the season, but she had came into the office to talk about brands and things of that nature. You guys are very, very new. But I remember all of my friends kept telling me, have you seen that new show on? Have you seen, you really should watch the show. Everybody kept in because they knew at that point I was, I guess, detoxing from reality show. They said, but it's something you would probably want to see. You would, powerful black couples,
She's saying at this speed, okay, because I got to speed it along. I don't like that lagging, all right? Let me know if it's too fast and you guys can't dissect what they're saying, okay? And I'll slow it back down one notch. But let's see if you guys can catch it with this speed.
I don't have time. I can't deal with it anymore. I was just detoxing. Teacher comes into the office. We talk. I had not seen Love and Marriage Huntsville yet. And then comes Thanksgiving. And, Thanksgiving, you have time off. And somebody said, Ebony, you really need to binge watch this show. And I did it. My cousin came in town for the Thanksgiving break and I binge watched that show. And as I watched that show, I kept saying, somebody I want to have a conversation with. And that somebody was you. To set me straight, No, not to set you straight. Because this is the thing, Marcel. I think a lot of what you say, I agree with. I think it's the time that we're living in now is what questions.
Here we go. A male identified girl. I knew it was something. I kept saying, girl, you only have 830 subscribers. Usually these celebrities, well, I ain't gonna call them celebrities. Usually these people on Love and Marriage Huntsville and these other reality shows, they don't usually pick down, and nothing against this lady. When it comes to doing interviews with people, they usually like to have larger platforms because they can get themselves out there more. So with the show not being there, I don't know, maybe he's just picking something just so he can keep his face out there. But I kind of feel like she was very male identified as related to this damn interview. Because why the fuck do you agree with everything, most of everything he say, when everything he says most of the time is very anal? Girl, get your life.
Because people have to operate differently today because dynamics have changed. But I think if people could, they would. And we'll talk a little bit more about it, right? There's been a lot of blogs and a lot of discussion. That's why I wore my little blog, extra shirt today, right? Extra shirt, all about it, right? But I think there's so much of what you say that I resonate with. And I want us to just talk about a little bit more because I think what people tend to do with headlines, they take a headline and they just run with that versus going deeper into why. And I want to explore that a little bit more today. All right. Interesting. All right. So tell me a little bit about you, Marcel. Where do you come from?
I am one of 8 children. I am from Pontiac, Michigan.
Okay.
6 boys, 2 girls. I am, I guess, the lead child, the middle child. So I'm 6 of 8. I have a younger brother, younger sister. So it's my mom had 3 kids from her first marriage, and then my dad and her together have 5 kids. And so it's Lawrence, Jennifer, Max, Mark, Maurice, Marcel, Milton, and Micah.
Wow, all M's.
So, well, my grandfather, Mark Scott Sr., he named all his children MJ Scott.
Okay.
Because his idea was anytime you look at the phone book, I always wanted to be MJ Scott. And so just a thing that we just carried out. My dad was MJ Scott and Mark James Scott Jr. My uncle Michael had Millicent. And so now across the board, Maurice has, Maurice Jr., Micah has Micah. He has 2 kids named Micah, boy and girl.
Wow.
And my older brother is Madison. Millicent has Mia and Mikey, and of course me with Macy, Mila, and MJ. So all MJ Scotts across the board.
And you and Maurice, are you guys the closest out of?
In general, in life, my wife and I are best friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's good.
Maurice is a distant. I have to make sure she understands that Maurice is not my best friend, although he's been accused of being my best friend. No, not me. We're pretty good.
Okay. So when you guys chose to do the show, did you guys say, I'm gonna do this together, either take us both, or?
It wasn't, we didn't have to. We were just, but me and Reese been like that though.
Okay.
I mean, we had different last 4 digits of our social security number. Our driver's license number in Michigan was almost, and Michigan got a long driver's license number. So we've only been separated just by 4 digits in our lives. I mean, Reese is about 13 months older than me, but we went to school, we grew up together, we went to out of state together, we went to elementary, high school, junior high together. He went to college, and then I ended up following him down to college. We started a business together. We had many different business ventures together. So it was
pretty much a known thing. People typically see you, they see Maurice as well.
Yeah, well, I guess since we got married, we ain't just like thick as thieves like that before. But at the same time, yeah, we hung out together. So we were almost the same person. We're very different, but we're almost the same.
Did you guys grow up in a very, I guess, well-to-do household?
Well-to-do what?
Meaning financially, where you guys...
Is that what I'm getting? Do I feel like we grew up in...
Just wondering.
What do you think?
Well, going back to one of the episodes that I saw, it seemed as if you may have come from a family, maybe a middle-class family.
Middle class. Like, so when we were growing up, we defined middle class as people that drank Capri Suns, had braces, and had cable in every room. Yeah. So
no. Okay.
No. So I would say this: we lived in every side of Pontiac. We had to stay with our grandparents during the summers, and the families would be broken up. So Lawrence, Jennifer, and Max would be with one. Then Mark, Maurice, Marsau be with our other grandparents either in Chicago or in Virginia, and then Mills and Michael be somewhere else. So we were. My dad was 26 of 8 kids.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I say very poor, I'm saying we just recently did a thing where we went back to Michigan. Almost all the houses that we lived into, they were so bad that they tore them down afterwards. We were homeless at times. I remember getting evicted on occasions. I remember sewer backing up with clothes in the basement because we didn't have electricity to wash clothes. We had, So no, when you say well-to-do, I'm talking about we've had, 50 cars, all runs, great needs, minor work. I remember sleeping on the church floor when we were homeless. I remember seeing someone donate to seeing someone, you bring cans to school because they donated. I remember because they had a big dent in it. I was like, dang, you can give somebody that. They got this big dent in it. I remember seeing that can that someone donated earlier in that week at my house later on. So we were not. I mean, there were times when we were decent, and by decent means that we could go to Meyer, which is like Walmart, and get a pair of school shoes. I remember getting this nice, fresh pair of J's and from Meyer. So they were Jordache, and I didn't know that Jordache wasn't a name brand. And so I remember 4th grade walking into school and had these nice pair of J's on. Everyone, asked me about them. And it wasn't until the end of school I realized that they were laughing at me, not with me.
So was Dad always in the household?
Dad worked a lot. So Dad was always in the household. My mom and Dad separated. I want to say
this is something that I don't understand. Now, he said this on the show when he refers to his father. They always make it seem like their dad was like this awesome dad, and that he worked all the time. And my thing is, if your dad worked at what's the car, some kind of car place where they make cars in Michigan, why is it if he did all of these hours of overtime and he worked like a dog, why is it that you guys were homeless all the time, did not have food, had to sleep on floors, kept getting evicted? Like, was Dad out making another family somewhere else and just telling y'all that he was working? Because I hear that Marsau just said that their dad had like kids outside of, so they have like half siblings as well. So your dad sounds like was telling your mom that he was working, but he was really working somewhere else. He was working his hips versus at the job. Because why are y'all homeless and no food when he's always never in the home because he's at work? That something don't add up here. But let's
separated year. Weird. When did they separate? They separated in, I want to say like 1990. Shucks, I forget what year they separated. I think I was in it. They separated when I was 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
So maybe in the late 88 and then 90 they separated, they got back together and they separated again. No, but my dad did my dad had to go down south for a while. He had to go down south for a couple years, 2 years. And
okay.
So, I remember coming home. It was like I was 11 or 12 years old. I was in 6th grade, and I had a pigs kicked in the door. I got a call later from the correctional institution that, hey, he's not going to be here for a while. No sign shot ball. I mean, that was, so we were decent when we lived with my dad. All right, but after that, that's when things got real bad.
A little rough.
That his dad got involved in, where the feds kicked their door in and told them that he had to go away for a while. Their dad had to go away for a while to be institutionalized somewhere in North Carolina for some years. Okay, so what was that about?
That's what a little rough feels. Yeah. So I guess in a nutshell, no, we weren't well to do. But you know what's one thing I had to realize is I used to say we grew up poor. I used to say we grew up poor, and I stopped that because you literally had to convince me that we were poor. Like we grew up without money. We didn't grow up poor. So
I think it's so much different now too, Marcel, because back then you only had to compare against those that were around you, your neighbors. And your neighbors typically live very similar to the way that, you live. It's when you get on social media today that people have this outward look, or when kids were being bussed into different neighborhoods and things of that nature. So you learn how to be happy with what you had. I remember traveling to Africa and seeing the kids on the street with no clothes, right? Some shorts or something, but no shoes on, no lights in the house, no doors on the doors. On the house, kids out there playing with rocks, and they were happy. They were happy. And it was because they didn't have anything else to compare it to. They were genuinely happy. And I saw a sense of happiness that I never saw in this country.
Yeah, I think that's the key. I mean, it's like I said, there are some things that I'm sorry. There are some things that that you are where you're at. I mean, you don't have to, those kids, we weren't eating food.
Okay.
So
you felt that.
Yeah, that's not a comparative thing.
Well, let me ask you this. So when Dad went away, did you still keep in contact with Dad during those 22 years? Or what was your...
Well, he only served a couple of years of that. I think like 4 or 5 years of that. He gets sentenced for 22. I think it's like minimum 5 or something like that. But no, I think my dad and I, we started building afterwards. But I mean, we didn't like have a, Dad was Dad, but we didn't have like one-on-one sit down prior to, hey, Dad, what do you think about this? No, we were the kids that, heck, when Dad came home, we was in our room. We were there's too many brothers, too many sisters for us. We hung around ourselves all the time. So no, my mom sat us down and made us write letters. That's what you're asking?
No, I guess the reason why I said is you have very strong views, very strong traditional views. And so I know that you would have had to have learned that.
Y'all didn't have a relationship like that with your dad, but when y'all presented him on Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all presented him on the show like he was this awesome dad who took care of you guys, and y'all had this awesome relationship. You sitting there sipping wine and smoking cigars with your dad like y'all just had this awesome father-son relationship. And now you're sitting in this interview saying that when Dad would come home, you guys had to go to your room. You guys didn't have a chance or could not be allowed to be around Dad because you had to go in your room. What was that about? Weird, right? This was
from someone, right? So maybe an uncle, or was there a male figure that said, this is what a man is? Because I know most times, Marcel, young men or men that are raised by women tend to have different viewpoints many times. So did you learn, or did you generate your viewpoints, which we'll talk about a little bit later, some of your traditional viewpoints? Do you think you learned a lot of that from your mom, or where do you think you were introduced to that?
Well, I would say this. I think that some of these things are so natural that it's not one of the things that they have to be put inside you. No one has to, asking a woman, where did she learn to breastfeed? It's not something that she went and took the class on.
Some women do. Like some women have a problem breastfeeding.
Yeah, some do. But for the most part, it's something that comes natural.
Well, a nurse usually has to come into the room and they have to teach you how to lactate and the baby to attack. It's a learning process.
I agree. I think, how long do you think that takes?
For some people, it can take a couple of days. And then normally about a couple of days. Because you usually have to go through multiple tries. And most women get so frustrated, Marcel, that they'll break down crying inside of the hospital.
Okay, let's say this. Because maybe women are different. I've seen a cow give birth and immediately go nursing. Now, I've seen all kind of mammals that produce milk give live birth, and their offspring nurse, which lets me know that this is something that happens naturally. Now, I don't know if they have cow nurses or cat nurses that come and teach the kittens how to nurse, but I do know that naturally this is what normally happens. And so what I would say is that there are some parts of what we're talking about, traditional views, it is lined up to me with manhood. And so,
but how did you learn how to be a man though? If Dad wasn't there, typically, like for instance, for a lot of young women, they had their moms or they had the debutante because they go through that process. What do you think was a defining moment for you?
There's so much to unpack in that. I mean, I've had my dad was there, so my dad was there, but at the same time, it was like during some critical moments he wasn't there. But there's a village. I had uncles, I had aunts. I've always seen, different kind of families. I've always seen stronger men. I've grandparents. I've always seen these things. We got television that, during the time of, the Huxtables or whatever, but I've always seen, strong men. I don't think there was ever a question of that. I think what made me less unselfish, I think the desire to be unselfish as a man. Right. So it's not just about making it. It's about having pride in taking care of responsibilities, having pride in being, depending on, that's not something that's natural for every man.
And why is that? Why do you think some men are okay not being that type of man, a provider?
Let's put it to a different analogy. It takes a different level of skills to go to the NBA versus to be a Kobe Bryant, right? But Kobe Bryant is the one that says, hey, listen, I want to be dependent on. I want to be the one that not just want the glory, but I want the burden also, right? It's something about that guy, and you can say that, hey, I'm that guy, but in order to be that guy, you got to try to be that guy. You got to practice being that guy. You got to want to be that guy. And when the time comes, you got to actually be that guy. There's a difference between saying I'm saying I'm that guy and actually being that guy. And with that takes the risk of being the hero or the GOAT, making the shot or missing the shot, and having that burden. You know, I don't even.
No shade, but I feel like had he had someone who had some great morals, a father figure rather, around him who had great morals in order to pour that into him, he wouldn't have the mentality that he has now. It seems that all of the Scott men, because I see a pattern of behavior, Maurice thinks the same way, that women have to bow down to them and they don't really have a voice, because Tisha does that with her. Tisha does that with Marsau. He has her that way. And Kimmy is that way with Maurice. It's like they don't have a voice. It's like whatever their husbands say and or do, they're allowed to go out and do what the fuck they want to do as long as they come home at night. And I don't know who made that a thing and made it right, but that's their mentality. So my thing is, you just said your father wasn't there because he was always working, but then you just say, oh, my father was there. So which one was it? I'm confused. I feel like we got something on the show. I feel like you're saying different things in this interview that's kind of confusing. I mean, either he was there or he wasn't there. Either he was there or he wasn't. I'm confused.
No guys around me. It's something about being a man. I guess, you know, being a real man is to say that they want that pressure. They want that pressure. I don't. There's this thing going around where, you know, people are talking about well, man is only valued by what he can produce, and you know, man is only valued by what he brings to the table. And I don't see none of my friends caring. I'm like, bet. Then I'll bring something to the table, because the truth is everything in life is like that. I wouldn't, you know, it's like, imagine, let's put this in a different scenario. What if an ink pen was like, they only want me because I can write? Well, yeah. They only want you, they only want this phone because it works. Well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, what would happen? I remember I had an employee one time, he said, now I deserve a raise. So why do you deserve a raise? He said, well, because I do everything that you tell me to do. And I said, okay, well, that sounds good. But what would happen if you didn't? Like, what do you think would happen if I asked you to do something and you didn't? That was within your job scope. Now, see, pens and cups, they don't have a choice when they don't serve their purpose, but we as humans do. And so the thing about it is everything has this purpose. And so yeah, I feel very comfortable being used. I feel very comfortable you know, being sweaty and tired after the game. I feel very comfortable with the dirty uniform and the battle scars to do it, because that's the measure of not just a man, a measure of a person. What sacrifice did you give? What did I give up in order to get this? You know, it's always, even when people talk about their wealth, you know, they always talk about what it cost. Oh man, you don't know about this cost. Why? Because I want to associate the value with the sacrifice. And so I'm perfectly comfortable being the kind of guy that says, no, I work hard for mine. I sacrifice for mine. I went through the mud for mine. I go to war for mine. So, you know, I can be honest with you. I don't understand a guy that wouldn't.
Well, let me ask you this. You know, in this day and time that we live in, there are so many very successful women, right? And in many cases, you have women who make more money than their husbands. How would you be able to handle being in a household with a woman that made more money than you?
Honestly, I mean, I got a joke answer, which is I go get another job. But
so you would go get another job. Okay.
I would put in a position to make more money.
Do you think that the person who makes the most money in the household wears the pants?
No.
So how would you as a man be able to still maintain that leadership within the house if your wife made more money than you?
Leadership is not defined by, you know, how much you make, right? And I will tell you this, that if the money makes the man, it's the money, not the man. And so the man actually has to make the money. And so an intelligent man, a true leader, would look at that position and say, let me put what I'm doing to the side and find a way to uplift you and support this rocket ship. You know, that's what people don't, you know, it's tough sometimes.
His mentality is so fucking crazy. She just asked him, what would your situation be like if your woman or your wife made more money than you? Would that be a problem for you? He said, no, I just go out and get another job. So it's given that you are in competition with your spouse because, God forbid, she make more money than you because you feel demasculated. A lot of men feel that way. You have a lot of men that feel that way. Oh, my woman cannot make more money than me because, you know, I'm the man of the house. They feel like they're not the man of the house. But as we keep talking about over here, this is 2025. Women are out here doing it. We are bosses out here. We have attorneys. We have, you know, people who are really out here doing it, making some women out here really making some good money. Do I feel like Tisha wears the pants in the house as related to like credit and all of their properties and things like that? I feel like all that shit is in her name. I feel like she gave him a percentage of those things so that he would not feel demasculated. That's what I feel, because Marsau didn't have shit when he met Tisha. I feel like all that stuff that they've accumulated ultimately came from her and her credit. But I feel like because he's married to her, he felt like at some point, oh, you got to put something in my name, some type of percentage. You got to make me, you know, if not the CEO, at least the vice president, so that when people look at this situation, I don't feel like I ain't producing shit. That's what it gives. So to say, well, I'm just go out here and get another job if she's making more money than me, so it wouldn't look like she's making more money than me. Like, what's the problem with that? Because you guys are one, and it's coming into your household, and it's benefiting you guys.
But it's sometimes when you're actually, I go back to Kobe Bryant. It's like people don't want him to be the one to take the most shots, but he's the best shooter. If he wasn't the best shooter, then he should take the most shots.
So you would be okay with saying, hey, you're the best shooter.
If you're the best, hands down, without question, without question or hesitation. I'm always going to do that right there. Now, there is a time where you have to, as a man, you have to realize that there's a time when my wife is going to become pregnant. There's a time when my wife may not want to do this. Just because you can delegate the task doesn't mean you delegate the responsibility of providing. And so you have to put yourself in a position where you say, hey, if my wife was a breadwinner and she made all the money right here, I still can't put our family in a position where we had to depend on her to, drive through the night in order to get us there. That's not a thing. It may be her time to drive, and it may be her time to provide, but I can't. It's my responsibility. I'm accountable for feeding this family, and my accountability can't say, hey, I need you to go to work so you can provide. I've got to make sure that whatever we're doing, even if we're pushing her for the time being, that we're taking that money, we're investing. We have a different side hustles. I mean, it's not about who owns it, who's bringing it in. It's really about what you're doing with it and making sure that you're pushing the family forward, and they're in a position where provision is always going to be there.
So typically we've seen where in the past you had your stay-at-home moms, right? What are your thoughts about stay-at-home fathers?
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. It is a thing. When I was in corporate America, I knew plenty of women, especially women who didn't look like us, who basically stated that before they got married, they made it was a mandate that somebody was going to have to stay home with the children. And because they were on the upward with their career, they married men who were going to be home with the kids. So the kids still got the dinners. They still had the games. They still had the stability. It was just dad that stayed home.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
So are you saying you really think it doesn't exist, Marcel?
No, I'm sure it exists, but that's not something I don't have enough information about that to form an opinion.
So if you met a guy at the soccer field and he said, you guys are talking, and he says, yeah, I'm gonna stay at home dad. How would you respond to that?
Well, I'd probably laugh. I think it sounds funny.
You would laugh?
Yeah, that's not a thing. It's not something I entertain.
So you wouldn't even probably end up being friends with this guy, even though he could be your fraternity brother. You guys could have a lot in common. He wouldn't be a Q.
He wouldn't be a Q.
Just be stay at home dad.
No. I'm assuming he's a Sigma.
Ooh.
I'm assuming naturally. But seriously, but guys that are probably stay at home dads, they probably wouldn't want to be friends with me. And I'm not the guy that's going to judge them like that. I'm not the guy that's going to beat over that. But there is a certain I won't say aura, but there's a certain energy that I have that people like that don't even want to be around me. And I get it. I get it because I'm a guy that a guy that people like. I mean, what do? I want accountability. I want people to take accountability. I want to be winners. If we're going to have a competition, it's going to be a competition amongst winners. It's not going to be, I don't even understand how to compete with people that are not giving effort.
But let's say this though, is it really? So they're still a couple, right? It just so happens that one person decided they were going to stay home and the other person decided to go to work. That person just staying home is still him.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not. That's one. And second of all, is that you have to understand that it's not these things. Part of these things is what you can do better. Now, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're talking about someone that makes, this one is making.
Let's say she's making 1.2 a year.
1.2 million a year. Not enough for a guy to stay at home.
So what do you? So there's a threshold before he stays home.
Yeah, I would say there's a threshold before he stays home. But even when you're staying home, I mean, she working in corporate America. She's an entrepreneur.
She just makes a lot of money. Let's just say that this person just makes a lot of money, and she's not home a lot. And somebody has to be home with the kids. I mean, you always can hire a nanny, you can hire other people, but I'm sure at the end of the day, you guys want somebody. And to me, that's the same scenario we just talked about when you said you would support the rocket ship of a woman. So if she is that person and she's making a large sum of money, and she's saying, but I need you to be here with the kids so we can make this work.
Yeah, that's not a relationship for me.
Not for you. And see, that's the thing. I think people have to realize.
You hear that? He said that would not be the relationship for me. So if your wife made more money and she had to be away from the house a little bit more and you had to be home with the kids, he said that would not be the relationship for me. We know he's telling the truth because y'all remember on the show when Tisha kept saying, season 1, 2, 3, that she wanted to go out and get a job. Remember that she wanted to work. He never wanted her to work because he didn't want the responsibility of being home with the kids. And the one time that Tisha did say she had to go out of town for something business related, he lost his shit behind it. He fussed her out and made her feel bad for going out to do it because he did not want the responsibility as the father of his children to watch his kids. Mind you, this is the same motherfucker who didn't know that his son was allergic to peanut butter and was trying to feed him peanut butter. This is just how disconnected you are with your kids. This is the same person that Tisha says don't take his own son to get a fucking haircut. Like, that's the job of a man, I feel. If there's a man in the house, like, why would you want your wife sitting up in a barbershop with a bunch of men to take your child, your son, to get his hair cut when you can do it? Like, really? His mindset is just weird. That's why I said you did not have a stable household with a man with some type of discernment to teach you what it means and what it is to be a man and how men should run a household. They have this 1936 complex when it comes to how men and women should be in a household. Like, it's given like women should just be home, barefoot and pregnant, and make sure my meal is done as soon as I walk in the door, my plate is on the table, and the house has to be clean and everything folded. Like, I didn't like when he told Tisha in one episode to go upstairs, and she went upstairs like a fucking child. Like, that's what it gives. I'm just like, who the fuck is this?
That people have choices, and you have a choice to be able to say that doesn't work for me. And just like if someone would say a man like that wouldn't work for them. So everybody has a choice, and that's what people need to walk into it. And that leads me to the next question. You know, one of the things that African-American women are struggling with, I talked about earlier, that Black women are out earning their men partners. If you look at stats, right? And so many Black women are also very successful. Black women are struggling with finding a mate, right? So many of them are either staying single, marrying outside their race, or engaging in same-sex relationships. So my question to you is, what do you think is the common denominator that most very successful women are exuding that's making it difficult for them to find a partner in their Black males?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that women, this here in America, do you think that women make more than men?
I do. Black women or Black women.
Yeah, I don't think that.
You don't? Okay.
They don't report the money. That's one. But also, I think...
Okay, that's digging. You said you think Black men actually make more money, but they're just not necessarily, it's not maybe quote unquote legal money.
Well, no, it's not taxed on. It's legal.
Ask this fool, do he feel like that in this day and age that Black women are making more money than men? He said, no, I don't feel that women are making more money than men. Like, does that not happen in Huntsville? Like, oh my God. He is so close-minded, y'all.
I mean, they might be cutting grass, they might be hustling, they might be doing whatever. But I don't know too many Black people that don't have side hustles, number one.
Okay.
And I think that just because women think that they make this amount of money right here, I just don't see a bar full of people, women buying drinks.
Maybe because I think you are Alabama. If in Atlanta, so I'm wrong on this. Y'all think I'm wrong? Well, we still want the drinks bought for it.
They've got these things called planes. They've got these things called cars. So I don't just live in Alabama or just change in Alabama. I get to go out. But no. So here's the thing, okay? You have two things. Right? Okay. Most women, well, let me ask you, do you think most women want a guy that makes more money than them?
Yes.
Okay. So just by that definition alone, most women want a guy that makes more money than them, right? Mm-hmm. The more money a guy makes, the more women he has access to.
That's right.
By definition, the more money a woman makes, the less guys he has access to.
That's right.
Okay. When we start talking about men make on an average of, women make about 70 cents on the dollar for men in America. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you might think that's just white men. I'm telling you right now, I think it's across the board. But women make about 70 cents on average, right? Mm-hmm. So the truth is, and this is not a Marsau thing, this is an American thing. I'm just talking about American statistics. Making money, if you look at the top earners in America, making money is a man thing. If you look at the top earners in America.
I need to see that list of Forbes top 100.
Well, take a guess.
Okay. Making money is a man thing? What the hell, Marcel?
Who is on the top? A man is probably definitely the richest person. Is
I'm sorry.
Bezos.
Out of top. Is this a question? Out of top 25, how many women do you think is on there?
I'm sorry. The person who actually owns the network that you work for, which is OWN, is a billionaire. That's Oprah. Hello. Oprah is a billionaire. So is she not capable of making more money than a man? Now, we know there's Bill Gates and all these other guys out here, but we have some very wealthy women out there. And one Black woman, since you said Black women don't make more money than men, why the fuck is Oprah a billionaire and your ass still fucking broke? Get into that. You're on her network. Get into that. Let's continue.
I would say probably about maybe a third. No?
What country do you live in?
You don't think so?
Not even close.
Really?
The top 25 Americans? Top 25 richest
Somebody
Americans.
pull that up while we're the top richest Americans.
And she thinks 8 of them.
I think Oprah's on that list.
Ma'am, stop.
No.
Stop.
So you don't think that women are on that list?
No, I think that women are on the list far and few. Mm-hmm. I think men are by far the top earners.
But I want us to get back to Black men because the people, because white women are fine. They're getting married left and right. Okay, it's the Black women.
We have some digging to.
Okay, let's dig.
Right, not one. Not one.
I don't trust Fonz though, because Fonz, right?
Like we didn't hear Alice Walton until long after we heard Bill. Sam.
Sam.
Right. So my point is, let's just say that okay. Can we also Google the top 10 most beautiful people in America and see how many men are on that list?
One of the things I want to give shout out though is Demi Moore was the most beautiful woman in 2025.
Really?
At 63 years old.
Yeah, Demi Moore's not the most beautiful.
I'm not saying that she is. I definitely don't agree to that. But what I will celebrate is that it seems like we're opening up to ageism. Like for her to be 63
and these still look good for your age.
Well, but back in the day, Marcel.
They didn't have cosmetics back in the day.
Well,
they didn't have the surgeons back in the day.
Okay, they didn't have the surgeons, but let me say this. Before, and this is when I was going back to the Housewives and all that, reality TV used to get on my nerves at one point. At one point, I was completely addicted, and then I got to a point where now I'm back into a healthy mode, right? But one of the things I will attribute to reality TV is that Housewives really opened the door up to so many women to see women of age actually look beautiful and age gracefully and be celebrated, because there used to be a time once you reach 32 years old, it was a wrap in Hollywood for women.
So what about men aging gracefully?
See, men don't have the same challenges that we have as women.
Right. So that gets to the point.
Okay, what's the point?
The point is men are judged by money.
That's right. That's right.
And women are judged by beauty.
That's right.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm cool with it. Fine with me.
So you're fine with it. So would you tell someone coming up, a younger person, right, a young woman coming up, that she should focus more so on her beauty or to try to get her coins up?
Focus more on her beauty.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right.
I can't think of.
She just asked him, would you tell a younger woman coming up, mind you, you have 2 daughters, so you would tell your daughters to focus more so on their beauty versus the money. So their success is wrapped more so into their beauty versus the money that they should be trying to achieve. Money meaning career, what you're going to do with your life. What's the point of sending somebody to college? Because ultimately, whatever job you choose or career path that you choose is attached to money. So they should focus more so on vanity versus financial. That's very irresponsible. Wow.
I hope you would too.
Now, why is that?
Because you can take it further. They can take it further.
So talk to me. So you're saying there's a pretty privilege.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that if we want to, let's spin the topic a little bit. Okay. Let's think about economics. Back in the day, they used to have this thing called production possibility frontier. And what it was we had a farmer that could produce wheat and corn. And they were trying to find the matrix on how much wheat should they produce versus how much corn they should produce. And so like, well, you know what, I'm gonna take 1/10 of my crops and produce wheat, and I'm gonna take the other 9/10 and produce corn. And well, then comes in a theory of competitive advantage, right? This is economic studies, and it says, okay, what do you do well? All right. What do you do well? What are you best at? Even if you can produce wheat, I can produce wheat and corn, and I can produce both of them better than you. What I really produce best is corn. And so the theory says produce only corn. Produce as much corn, develop it, get economies of scale, and get to the point where you're the best corn producer, and then sell your corn for money and use that money to buy wheat. Okay. Do what you're good at.
That's right.
All right. So instead of that right there, say Magic Johnson, good business person, right? Is it best for Magic Johnson to put all his eggs in, but he also played basketball. So is it best for Magic Johnson to put all his eggs in one basket and just be a basketball player? No, it was.
Well, of course, at that time, but it was also, he was wise enough to get additional education though, Marcel, so that now after basketball, he's able to sustain himself.
And what he didn't do is miss any playoff games, get an education. What he did not do is he specialized until you become a specialist. And then see the multiple streams of income. The key word ain't multiple, the key word is stream. Make sure you have one solid stream first. Now this stream is a flowing stream, and then you pivot off.
So I agree with that in a sense, but I'll tell you this. I remember being 13 years old and my father sitting down and having a conversation with me. And he said, I am going to teach you how to take care of yourself, because there's no guarantee, Ebony, that you are going to find a husband. This was during the time where it was becoming more and more prevalent that Black women were dying without a mate. And so my father did not want me to not know how to take care of myself. Right. So he spent time teaching me what he could teach me about financial literacy and teaching me about business principles and finance in general. Never did he say, don't care about your appearance and things of that nature, because I've always been very driven by that as well. But it was important for him to know that I was going to be okay out there with or without a mate.
Let me ask you a question. All right. What if your dad told his son, I don't want you focusing so much on making money. I want to teach you how to cook, and I want to teach you how to clean around the house and take care of children. I want to teach you how to hold a bottle. And I mean, I don't know exactly what I mean. I want to get some stereotypical things that women do. But I'm saying is, why don't we tell our guys how to live? I'm gonna tell you why. Because we know that this mastering this one thing can satisfy all the others.
But also we know that Black men are the most desired creature on this earth.
Outside of America. But what we're saying is...
Even inside of America.
I'm a Black man.
Okay, so Black men are able to marry whomever and whenever.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
You don't think so?
No. Black men with money can. Right? And the key thing is men with money. But watch this. But what I'm saying is this, though.
Black men, she just said black men can marry whoever that they want to marry. He said no, because I'm a Black man. What does that have to do with it? You know how many interracial relationships and or marriages that are out there nowadays? It don't have anything to do with you having money. Broke people, broke men, or broke Black men can pull a Becky. That don't got shit to do with what's in your bank account. Becky's love brothers and other men outside of their race. So that don't have shit to do with anything with a person choosing somebody outside of their race, attached to what's in their pockets. So that I don't agree with that, Marsau.
Men can, if you dominate one area, if you're the top person, if you focus on one area, you can take the success in that area and spread it out. So I can go here, I can make this, I can be great on my job, and this can afford me the right to supplement the other things in life, right? If your dad didn't teach you to hit the gym and smile more, then he did you a disservice.
And he probably did me a disservice.
Yeah, if your dad didn't teach you that running track lasts a long ways, track or volleyball, pick one. If he didn't sit you down and say, hey baby, get off that softball field, hit this track. Like these are things that I can tell you right now. You can work and you can work and ball out of control, but I can tell you how you can make some of those things free. Now I'm not saying don't make your coins as well. All right. I'm not saying don't be a astute business person as well. I'm not saying don't have those characteristics as well. I'm not saying don't go to college and don't be able to do that. But the second that someone started telling me about how much they make, they say, well, this is what I make, this is what my credit score is, this is what my financial portfolio looks like. Let me ask this. If this person came in and said, hey, I make $250,000 a year, right? I make $250,000 a year. I've got all my cars paid for. I've got 850 credit score. My stock portfolio looks like this. And they start telling all these different financial accolades they have. Does that versus that person seems that says, well, this is my body shape and this is what my my smile looks like. This is what size I am and things like that. Which one's more appealing to you? The size and their body shape and the way their hair is textured, or the financial for me? Okay. Guess what it is for me?
The body shape.
Okay. So now we understand that we're attracted to
different things.
One thing will get you further.
So you're more attracted when you meet a person to their body versus their credit score and where they're going and who they are as a person and how they carry themselves, which now makes sense to me why he probably chose Tisha and married Tisha 1 month into seriously marrying Tisha after dating her exclusively for 1 month. You didn't give a fuck about her credit score. You didn't care where she came from, family background, none of that. You were more so looking at, do she have a big butt, breast, and curvaceous? Okay, or maybe some nice teeth. He is so shallow. He just says he don't give a fuck about somebody's credit score when he meets somebody. He don't care about all of those other things that's very important when meeting a person. He likes to look, hey, if they got a nice shape, you in there. That is so fucking shallow. Now I see why he's in the situation he's in.
As a woman, that would get you further than your.
But let me ask you this though. So I do believe that beauty is important. But let me ask you this. So the other thing my father taught me was I don't want you to be the type of woman that is dependent on a man from a perspective of you only have enough children that you can take care of yourself.
Your dad taught you wrong.
Let me tell you, and let me finish telling you why he said that. He said, because in the event that if you get married one day and your husband dies, your husband divorces you or whatever, or if you have a baby by somebody that's not going to be there, he did not want me to have to be down at a courthouse begging for child support or begging a man to have to do something for their children. He wanted me to be able to be put in a situation to take care of my own kids.
There's 100 different ways you can
achieve that. How is it? So you think it's wrong? Let's go back to you think it's wrong that he told me that I should not have more children than I can afford to take care of myself.
Because what he did is put you in a position where even when you're united with someone, you're still separate, looking out for everything. You never truly become one. Okay. But there is a thing that when you have someone of value on your team, if they go down, your team suffers. Bottom line, you don't have a Kobe Bryant on the bench just in case Kobe gets hurt and you can put another Kobe in. No, when Kobe gets hurt, you might lose these next couple games. Right? You're not going to be the same because it takes an actual team. I'm not married to a woman.
Not true. Look at Melody. Melody was married to Martell. Martell and Melody got a divorce. Look at Melody. She's surviving. She don't get child support from Martell. She has multiple streams of income, and she is just like she hit the ground running, and nothing ever stopped. So that's not a good way to look at it in terms of saying if you're with someone as a family unit and that person decides to leave or that situation don't work anymore, then you're just not going to survive. You're just not going to make it. That's not true. You have a lot of women out here who are very strong-willed, who are very smart, who are very determined not to allow their children to suffer and are not continue to have the same lifestyle that they had when there was a two-parent household in place rather. Okay, it's some very smart women out there that still know how to keep that thing moving and don't have to rely on a man. Like for real.
If something happened to her, I can just move on and I could do it by myself. No, I'd suffer. Why would I suffer? Because I wouldn't even be with someone that I didn't need. I would not even be with someone.
But you can't control if that person dies.
No, you can't control that person. Right. If that person dies, I'm going to be sad about all different things. Now, you can get life insurance, but I'm not going to say
if that person had life insurance, right? I think my father was saying he didn't want me to have to depend on the system to take care of.
Well, no, that's not the system. It's called life insurance. And what you should do is instead of saying, hey, don't have this many kids just in case your husband dies, because here's the thing, everyone that ever lived died. So have life insurance and understand that this person, your husband, not only if he dies, your husband actually will die. That's right. One day. And if you don't happen to die before him, both of y'all should have life insurance on each other. And so there's so many different ways to not say, you know what, what if he told a man that? Would he tell his son, don't have too many kids because if your wife leaves, you want to be able to take care of by yourself?
I don't think it's even expected that men typically do that. I think this is a great conversation because it allows me to look at things holistically, because one of the things I often talk about is I think my father did a really great job of instilling strength, leadership, and being able, but I often wonder sometimes if that also, I just have been lucky to have been, able to find a husband and be married as long, but there's so many of my counterparts that have not been in that situation. But how to that, the thoughts that you're telling me, I wonder how much of that is the contributing factor of so many women not being able to find a partner.
Let me ask you a question. All right? And I want you to the exact definition I'm talking about. What's the purpose of a strong woman? Like, why does a woman need strength?
I think what has happened over the years, Marsau, is that especially in the Black community, many of them have developed a level of strength because they didn't have anyone else they could depend on.
Because their parents told them they need to be strong.
Just in case. Yeah, they did.
And so my question is, every time someone speaks to the strength of a woman, I say, why do you need it? Why do you need so much strength? Because women.
Did this motherfucker just say, why does a woman need strength? So now this makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense in terms of why he chose who he chose. Okay, I don't want anybody to take this wrong, and I'm not trying to bully anyone, and I'm not trying to speak down on anyone, but he chose someone who who kind of take a back seat and doesn't have as much strength, who's going to cry whenever he check her and tell her that I don't like this or like that about you, versus having a strong woman, very headstrong, that can come back at you when you say something to them and have a voice. He wants somebody who don't have a voice, who don't have that strength. Any woman should be a strong woman, strong Black woman. I don't feel like he could handle a strong Black woman. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like Marsau could handle a strong Black woman. Hell, when Mel was on the show, he couldn't handle Melody's mouth. He could not handle it. Melody would talk circles around him and he would get frustrated. Even Martell was that way. Martell could not take that Melody was a strong Black woman. He said, see, that's what I always used to tell Melody about her mouth. You just talk too much. Why is that? A woman should be able to talk as much the fuck as she wants. The fact that you can't handle me as a strong person or a strong woman speaks volume to the type of bitch you are. Maybe get your shit up. I'm gonna dial down who I am as a woman so that you can feel stronger as a man. I'm a strong Black woman. If you can't handle my level of strength, maybe you ain't the person for me. Period.
So weak men. They can't be the weak man. So it's not real strength. It's not like your strength or my strength, right? The fastest women in the world can't beat high school boys. Bigger, faster, and stronger. So the question is, and I'm not saying taking anything away from women. I love women's sports. I'm saying women's sports are great when they're competing against women. They're not so great when they're competing against men. And so I'm saying, what is the purpose of this strength right now? You got so much nurturing. You have so much intelligence, so much such an ability to inspire a man, to pull out the best in a man. What's the purpose of the strength to compete in a man? That's an area you lose in every day. Right? And,
well, I don't lose every day too, but I see what you're saying.
So
I see.
You don't lose in strength to the average man?
Well, you talking about physical strength or you talking about mental strength?
No, that's intelligence.
That's intelligence. Well, physical strength, probably so. Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So I wonder why being a strong Black woman is a positive thing. What this big thing?
Praise the Lord, okay? Praise the Lord, it's over. All right, I think it may be a part 2. I don't care to see it. What do y'all think about that? Marsau would prefer to have a weak woman because then it would make him feel like he's not as strong as a man. That's what it sounds like to me, and that's total bullshit. Y'all can go over there, honey, if y'all want to hear more of that. I don't want to hear anymore because honestly, I feel like that's total bullshit. That is total. Hold on. That's total bullshit for me. Yeah, women definitely do not dial back on who you are as a strong black woman or a strong woman, period, in order to be with a man because he may feel demasculated by who you see yourself or vision yourself to be. Hell no. I mean, I view myself as very strong mentally, psychologically, probably physically in some ways too. I grew up tomboy shit, but that's a hot ass mess. Now I see why Marsau's why his mentality is the way that it is. Can you? Okay, there we go. We had a little moment. See, Marsau, his bullshit ass interview to knock my whole system off over here. My apologies to you guys. Child, he done froze my whole system with that bullshit. But we're back. Somebody, can y'all see me? Can y'all see and or hear me? Put a 1 if you guys can see me and hear me. Put a 1 if you can see me and hear me. Marsau's bullshit interview to knock my shit off, okay? Put a 1 if you guys can see me and hear me, please. I see the ones. All right, great. We're back. I had to refresh my device because baby, that bullshit just tore my whole system down over here. Even StreamYard couldn't keep the bullshit up. Okay, but that is it, guys, for our show. That's it for our show. I cannot take no child. I need a drink or something after this because baby, that was a lot. That was a lot. Marsau, I see now why his mentality is the way that it is. He's full of shit, and like I said, he was definitely as a black man led astray. He was raised by his mama, and I ain't nothing against his mama, okay. But I feel like she did not raise him right, and she did not raise her sons right because they all have that same mentality that a woman should never outsmart a man, that a woman should not be as strong as a black woman should be. Shit, we got a lot of strong black women out there, and I ain't gonna never tell nobody to go and marry a motherfucker to tell them why does a woman need to be strong? Because they need to be strong for sorry ass niggas like you. You want a dumb woman so that you can talk that fast talk and all that shit that you talk to the women that you run up in their face and say to them because you feel like that makes you more of a man. Marsau talks circles around Tisha, and she just sit there and look at him like she don't understand what the fuck he is saying, and he get away with that shit. And that's why he want a woman that's weak like that. And I don't want to call her weak, but I mean, just from the shit I've seen, she comes off as very weak. And I think he enjoys that because he can do what the fuck he wants to do. She's oh God. Thank you to my Mars, my top flight Mars, Scorpion, Miss Sweet Essence, Rose Olmstead, True TV Podcast, KBR and Tyra. Okay, thank you guys so much for doing an awesome job. Thank you to y'all still putting ones. Content creators that stop by here. Schoolboy, Sunny Days, Simple Mom Family TV, Astute Queen B, Purple Unicorn, Just a T Please, Miss Dee, thanks for being here. If there's any other content creators in the house, please type me so that I can acknowledge you in the building, okay? Or in the chat. I always like to say the building. Please type me if you are a content creator and you're here so I can acknowledge you. Yeah, that's some child. Ooh, he is very chauvinistic. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Child, Tisha, girl, I don't know how the fuck you found him. I don't know how she found him. All right, that's it. We don't have nobody else. All right, well, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for joining the live. Please don't forget to tap the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. As you guys can see, we have a lot of great topics. We have fun over here. We did not have a jam session today. Thank the Lord, so I could get on through my show. But thank y'all for being here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to come on over to the Cameron Show. And subscribe, okay? Y'all can share the video if you like as well. Let's get out of here. If there's nothing else, let's go. When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're deceived with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope,